Carlo Romine and family, Gene and Dorothy Holoff. Prime Industries, Kenneth and Mary Jane Berger, Victoria Bank and Trust. Edward Thelma Glass. Main Productions, Elaine, Otto, Aaron, and Christy Cutzion.
That's Aaron Neon Cutzion.
All right. James and Dolly Hatfield. Dennis, Agnes, and Dennis Urich. Stanley and Carolyn Segura. Wayne, Susan Segura Guzman. Larry, Marianne Beth Aiding. Joe, Janie, Joe Jr., and James Schromick. Bubba and Karen Dagan, Colin and Nancy Brown, Brendan and Amber.
Third down and 7 from the 7. Third and goal. Anderson right in the backfield. Jackson to the left. Adams here to the right. Here they come. Quick handoff, nothing there. They blitzed, and they stood him up back to the 9, loss of 2. Well, do you take the sure-footed Barry Shepard? I think you do.
Get something out of this before halftime. Don't let them come up on a high and let them know they stopped us. He set it up for the middle of the field, so we're in good shape for the field goal.
Well, and you let the clock roll down to where it takes a huge play for them if you kick this one through. It's going to be a 25-yard effort.
Not much more than an extra point.
No. Straight in the middle of the box. Good snap. Kick is up. It's
no good. To the right.
Just missed it.
Looks like it took a little too long to get to the ball.
It was to the right. 40 seconds left. Salado has another shot here with a 21-0 deficit staring them straight in the face.
Kevin, this is where I'm scared about the hitch and pitch and some of these trick plays. They got a long way to go, 80 yards in 40 seconds.
And Salado gets the football back to start the second half. So
they're going to try to get any kind of momentum they can.
They've got to get some kind of momentum. We're in Bastrop. Kevin Fishbeck, Jeff Prosky, Greg Yola on film as always here on Channel 16. Proud to be covering the Horns from the opening kickoff to the final gun.
And enjoying every minute of it.
You bet we are. There's a straight handoff, Jeff. Nothing fancy there. Well, maybe they're content. I don't know how you could be trailing 21-0. Try it at least.
3 yards on a quarterback sneak. Was it a bobbled snap or was it just a design play?
Design. 20 seconds left.
They might just let it run out. They're in no hurry.
Johnson will bring the troops to the huddle.
I don't see a hitch and pitch in this kind of formation.
No. Posh. Outside, Jamie Jackson on his back. Knocks him out of bounds. That's the end of the first quarter. It's a gain.
18 yards.
18 yards.
By far the biggest gain.
But that's the end of the first quarter. Our score, Schulenburg Shorthorns 21. Salado Eagles nothing on Channel 16. Stay tuned for halftime activities here from Bastrop. So we're at the half of Schulenburg 21-0 lead over the Salado Eagles, and now back down to the field for the Schulenburg Shorthorn award-winning marching band.
Ladies and gentlemen, the award-winning Schulenburg High School Band. The Schulenburg High School Band will be presenting its annual Christmas concert on December 13th in the theater starting at 7:30. The band will play a program that will include Christmas music, marches, and concert literature. Everyone is invited. Band member of the week is Crystal Derringer. And then will take Chantel Perez. Assistant drum major Chris Bicep and the award-winning Schulenburg High School Marching Band.
sure I got the right steps.
The bells will perform in pom-pom routine while the band plays respect. The bells are under the field direction of junior captain Kirsten Anderson, sophomore first lieutenant Rachel Schuster, sophomore second lieutenant Elizabeth Wellmore. Members of the bells include sophomore Brooke Butchett, freshman Leanne Cardenas, freshman Molly Davila, sophomore Kathy Hohenhouse, sophomore Christy Kubeka, senior Laura Lysensi, sophomore Judy Pavlicek, junior Christy Rayborn, junior Tori Shimmick, freshman Angie Barba, and sophomore Kristen Wachipka. The bells are under the direction of Miss Elizabeth Smith.
We're at the half. Horns lead 21-0. Kevin Fishbeck going with Jeff Prosky. Jeff, take a look at the stats. Once again, the scoreboard.
Pretty lopsided. We'll start off with the rushing. Schulenburg, right big man, 11 carries, 77 yards. Anders, 4 carries, 14 yards. Derek Jackson, the one big carry, 37 yards. Jamie Jackson on the fumble carry for a touchdown, 30 yards and a touchdown. Sarton, 3 for 9 and a touchdown. Passing, Sarton, 8 for 9, 133 yards and a touchdown. Just a quick stat, Kevin. That was his 99th completion on 175 attempts. It brings him over 2,004 yards this season. Jackson, the main receiver, 5 catches, 65 yards. His 55th catch, 1,099. Look for him to go over 1,100 second half.
We've been told that Raines will not play anymore tonight.
Hip pointer?
Hip pointer.
Okay.
Bradley Wright has just carried, has 100 carries on the year now.
Okay.
A little over 650 yards.
Good average. Adams, 1 catch, 42 yards right before the end of the half. Rain, the 1 catch early for 7 yards. Mark, 1 for 19 and a big touchdown on that. On the other side of the ledger, we're looking at Jason Hosh, 11 carries, 37 yards, 18 on the last carry. Jeremy Hosh, twin brother, 1 carry for 4 yards. David Berneman, 4 carries for 1 yard. And Johnson, the quarterback, 2 for 5 yards. 0 for 3 in passing, a big stat. As always, kind of remind of the East Bernard game. No yards, 47 total yards for Salado, 300 for Schulenburg.
And we want to thank Coach Matt Garrett. Gave us some of these stats throughout the season.
Helps us out a general.
Coach Garrett, appreciate it. And as always at halftime, we like to talk about some of the other things going on at SHS.
Tuesday night, Luling came to Schulenburg to face the Lady Horns in their first basketball game. The halftime score, Schulenburg was ahead 32-23, ended up winning the game 68-47. Leading scorers, Melanie Orsock, 21, Christy Mark, 17, Brandy Bohach, 13, Sarah Pajota, 6, Jessica Damel, 6. Leading rebounders, Christy Mark, 12, Sarah Pajota, 8, Bree Holtz, 8, Melanie Orsock, 7, team total, 47 rebounds. I got a nice surprise. I had a good friend of mine, Wally Simpson, show up, class of 82, tried and true. Wally, what do you think about the first half?
Hey, man, it's great. I'd like to see some more of it in the second half.
Hopefully we'll get your wish. We're fixing to kick off the second half as we speak.
Another interesting stat, Jeff. Derek Jackson, he's carried the ball 5 times on the varsity level, 106 yards, 21 yards average for the sophomore.
What else can you say about that?
That's something else. We'll get this back to Coach Garrett pretty soon. Horns will kick it away to start the second half, leading at 21-0. Kevin Fishbeck, Jeff Prosky, Greg Yola on film as always here on Channel 16. And the Schulenburg Shorthorns are just 24 minutes away from heading on to the third round of the state high school football playoffs. Shepard will kick it away. We've seen the squib and we've seen 2 deep kicks. This one is going to be a deep kick. Away from them, and it goes into the end zone, and they'll start at the 20-yard line. Nice way to start it for the Schulenburg Shorthorn defense, as they will start at the 20-yard line. First down and 10, Salado Eagles. As we begin play here in the second half. Strong right formation. The man jumped. There they call the flag. Hosh will go to the 25, but they're going to take it back 5 because the offense got just a little anxious. Changes, Jeff. Anything you foresee by either coach?
If you're Salado, you got to do something out of the ordinary. You got to start mixing it up, getting some. The passes they were trying were little short out patterns in the flats and so on. If you do complete them, you're not going to get a whole lot because you don't have the breakaway speed. You've got to start throwing downfield, but then you're susceptible to the interception. What do?
I think, as far as the Horns are concerned,
you don't change a thing.
And you can run outside.
You can run anywhere almost. They've been had a very
and throw.
Yes, definitely.
First and 15 from the 15 for the Salado Eagles. They'll try to run wide. Like attack!
Not a thing.
Oh, what a job of that defense. Sam Brown.
A beautiful job of stringing the whole play out. Kevin just stringing out. Let those linebackers come back behind and make that tackle.
Paco Valenzuela, Barry Shepard is also there for the Horns.
One thing Coach Oden had mentioned to me before, when you see these linebackers making a lot of tackles, you got to thank those defensive tackles for keeping that tackle off the linebacker and the tight end where he has that ability to make the play. It's not a glory position, that tackle, but you're doing your job.
Second and 15 from the 15. Strong right, double tight. Outside, Haas fights off one, then gets wrapped up at the 20. Sarton is there.
A good 5-yard gain there.
Paco was there as well. And short on slow to get up is Jamie Jackson. Now brings up third down and 10 from the 20.
You got to throw. You have to.
Greg Segura has just gone in defensively for Sam Brown.
Sam got a slight limp. Maybe he's all right.
And it's going to take a lot to keep him out of the ball game.
Tough customer there.
Third and 10. Johnson back to pass. Throws it out. Intercepted by Adams. at the 30. Up to the 27. Jeff, you just said it. You make them throw, they make a mistake. You couldn't have diagrammed that better yourself.
We were sitting back thinking, they haven't thrown successfully. Let them throw long. We're going to sit back. We have enough speed to get back even if they do fool us.
Salado makes a big mistake on their first possession after the black attack defense stuffed them on their first 2 plays. First and 10 Horns.
I just want to see us keep the intensity up. That makes the biggest difference to me is seeing us, hey, look, we have this game in hand as it so seems. We could let up. Let's don't, though.
Ball is at the 26. Sarton has
Good
everybody
play.
fooled. Throws it up. There's Jamie. Incomplete, but a flag will go down over here. We may have a pass interference.
Either a holding possibly.
Sarton fooled everybody on the field.
Oh, the whole defensive line went down for the dive play. I don't know. You could even be looking at a pick play on the offense. There's a lot of possibilities on that flag.
Salado's backing up.
He's asking Schulenburg captain, though, so we probably got a holding or interference, one of the two.
You can only chuck 5 yards down the line, and that penalty flag is at the 14, which is some 11 yards down the field. They're going to mark off 10. It's a Shorthorn first down.
Which is good because that keeps starting passing percentages up, wipes away that incompletion.
First half, what were his numbers again in the first half?
8 for 9, 133 yards, and a touchdown.
And a touchdown to Mark. Sarton to pass. Out of the reach of Joe Moore.
I was just about to say the only incompletion was a good play by their defense on the safety to come across and knock that ball away from Mark, or he'd had a perfect first half.
Second down.
Salado's trying to get tough inside the 20, Kevin. They looked pretty good last series, and to hold them to this half, it looks like too.
Ball is at the 16-yard line. Second down and 10 for the Horns. Anders and Wright. Draw. Bradley Wright. Big hole. Right at the 10. All up to the 4-yard line.
Should be a first down. Did he get inside the 5? Right at the 5, so it'll be a first down nonetheless. First down.
A gain of 11 for Bradley Wright.
That gets him up to 88 yards, 12 carries.
He's got a 6.5-yard average this year.
That's doing your job in the trenches.
Man alive. First and goal, Horns at the 5. 21-0, 9:33 left to go in the third quarter. Horns lead. Pitch it. Bradley. Touchdown. Bradley Wright. Regulators provide the openings. And Wright hits pay dirt with 9:25 left. 27-0 Schulenburg. Barry Shepard on to try to add the extra point. Schulenburg Shorthorns trying to move to 12-0 on the year. Face either Horn City or Refugio. They win this one. They're well on their way. There's a snap. Kick is up. Kick is good. 9:25 left, third quarter. All Horns, and it's all good for Schulenburg. They lead 28-0. Schulenburg Shorthorn football brought to you by Diamond S Restaurant, Foxfire Builders, 10 Frame Bowling Alley, Audubon Travel Shop, IMCO, Comtech Wagner Insurance Agency, Kelly and Doris Sarton, Schulenburg Livestock Auctions Incorporated, Zimmerman's Garage, Schulenburg Printing Office Supplies and Sports Specialties, and Dan and Jill Tabor. Horns 28, Salado Eagles nothing. In the third quarter, 9:25 left in this third quarter. Shepard will boom another one.
To the goal
At the
line.
goal line. 10, 15, straight up the field to the 20, 22-yard line, and it's Chad Gittert.
You know,
Tyson Romine.
we've had the fortunate, we've had a good kicking game every week. When they have had good receivers back there, we've kicked it short and not let the big play happen. Now we notice, hey, they don't have the speed we've been facing week in and week out. Let's kick it deep. Make them make the big run. They're tough runners, but they're not breakaway runners.
First down and 10, Salado. They're in a world of trouble. They need to get something going their way now. We got an I formation. The receiver out here to the right and a wing back. Now they break the I. Pitch. Reverse. Horns. Hernandez slowed him up. Paco's there. Good block. He's got some room now. Myshek finally drags him down.
Hey, I'll take that. You get a trick play and only get 10 yards. Hey, that's great. And we still almost had him in the backfield, Kevin.
That was Cody Hall.
What was his number?
Number 43. Mychek brought him down. 12-yard gain and a first down.
Right now they're looking for anything positive, Kevin. They have to be. You have to get something to get your team jump-started and say, hey, we got to get some momentum somehow.
Hey, that was a good play.
Took a little long to develop, though. We almost snuffed it out. If we wouldn't have slipped in the backfield, I think we could have got to that play.
Split backs. Off tackle. Not there. Maybe one. It's Barry Shepard and Eric Aiding on the tackle of Hosh. Check it. That's 33.
No gain again.
Burman.
That's his 5th carry for 1 yard, Kevin. What do you say about your line?
They're doing their job. They love what they do what they love to do. Smash mouth football. You're not going to get it by them.
I talked about, look, you're getting your linebacker to make that hit. Right where the tackle is. He's taking care of his man to keep him off the linebacker, and he's wide open. If your linebacker's making his stops and not missing his tackles, it's a successful time.
2nd and 10. Split backs, wing back to the right, double tight ends. Hand off Hosh. Chad Ginnert. And now Bozel and Shepard.
I still don't see running up the gut. 2nd and 10, and you're down 28 points.
You got to start something going. You got to get it going some kind of way. 7:50 left to go. 3rd quarter. Horns 28. Salado Eagles nothing. In the playoffs, the Horns have given up only 6 points.
Boy, that's amazing.
That was on an opening drive last week.
On a good run.
By Bowling, and then they were shut down. Salado just hasn't gotten their thing going. 3rd and 7. Quarterback to pass. Throws it across the middle. Incomplete.
Their passing game's just not there, Kevin. There's no passing game.
They can't get there. They just can't get there because the defense is getting in.
He didn't have a lot of time for one thing, and we've got pretty good coverage back there, and Hernandez put the rush on him and made him throw over him. A good job by the defensive line again.
4th and a long way, and Salado is going to punt the football. Now remember, Chad Ginnert has been close twice on the block. And he almost got another one. Good punt. It'll take a good bounce and be knocked dead about the 34. Again, Chad Ginnert almost makes the block. Horns offense have the ball. How about this defense? What a job of the black attack defense. 35.
Other than the reverse, they didn't get anything, really.
35-yard line. 1st and 10 Horns. 28-0 trying to turn out the lights.
We expected the trickery. We just didn't know when it was going to come.
1st and 10 Horns. Jackson and Ryder in the backfield. Sarton to pass across the middle. Adams is there at the clock. 45, 50, 45, 40, 35. Fumble the football. It's a race for it, and Salado's going to come up with it.
Just like a good punt, though, Kevin. You hate to see any turnovers, but it could have been worse. They could have got the ball and had a chance to advance it. How many yards you got to give them on the completion, though?
33 on the completion. Well, the defense go back to work.
If you got to look at any bright spot, that's Sarton's 100th completion of the year.
Out of how many attempts?
176.
That's unbelievable. So the Salado Eagles go back on defense, or back on offense. 7:01 left in the 3rd. Little trickery, not much there. Horns defense all over that place. Sam Brown and
and Ricky Hernandez.
The only time they have been successful at the middle is when it's been a quick hitter. You're looking at a delay there. That just gives our defense that much longer to get into the backfield. The results show it right there.
Second down, 10.
That back is stuck on 1 yard, Kevin, and he can't get off it.
Second down and 10 for the Salado Eagles. Split back. Pitch it wide. Oh, there's Shepard flying through.
And then the rest of them.
Look at that. There's 9 Schulenburg Shorthorns around the football. This defense is making a statement, Jeff, again this week.
It's beautiful. It's poetry in motion, as they say.
This defense has been so consistent, it's scary what goes through Coach Brad Oden's mind to get these guys pumped up. I mean, it's just unbelievable.
Just a bunch of good kids out there, Kevin. What can you say? You don't see any taunting. You don't see any mouthing out there. Just a bunch of good kids.
All the kids out there are great kids. There's no doubt about it. Third and long for Salado. They run ahead. Sam Brown, see you later.
Minus how many again? Another 5-yard loss.
And listen to the crowd on this defensive stand. What a job by Sam Brown. And Paco finished him off.
Who was the ball carrier? Was it 20?
Number 3 was the ball carrier. That was Jeremy Peoples.
It was that wing back reverse they're trying to use out of it there.
Punter will stand in his own end zone. Jackson is about the 32. We should great field position. Here they come. Get it, almost blocked another
we
one.
are getting close. Every play, just a little closer.
Ball will hit and be knocked dead at the 41. That's 4 in a row that Chad's been right on.
We're going to get one tonight.
You know, Chad would grow his fingernails about an inch longer. He'd have one of those blocks.
I'm surprised it hadn't even just been a piece of one or something.
So the Horns offense goes back on the track with 4:59 left in the third, leading 28-0. Steven Sarton, the man under for the Horns. Jamie Jackson and Stephen Adams have come to our side.
Derek Jackson in the backfield this time.
Yeah, Derek and Bradley Wright. Remember, David Raines is out for the rest of the ball game. First and 10, Sarton to throw. Has time. Oh, there's Derek across the middle, just out of his reach. Just out of the reach of Derek Jackson. I'd like to see him catch a football in the open field.
Exactly. Let him use those wiry legs of his and take it on in.
Second down and 10.
I like that idea of throwing out of the backfield, Kevin. I think that's a beautiful idea.
It's just another weapon.
We use our tight end. We use our wideouts. We throw to the backs occasionally.
One thing that we haven't seen is a guard around or the tackle eligible. But who knows? It's probably in the arsenal.
You never know.
Second and 10, Horns at the 40. Pitch it. Here's Derek Jackson. He's got 5. He's got 10. He's got 15, 20. He's driven down after 23 yards. Is that 2 carries? 2 carries tonight for 60 yards?
54 yards on 2 carries.
My goodness. Up to the 16-yard line. And there's another young man who we haven't seen yet, and that's Thomas Runnels.
Don't be surprised to see him in the second half later on here, too. He was itching. I heard him talking to Coach Hoosman today.
He's a freshman, and he did a world of good on the JV this year.
He led all JV rushes, including Jackson.
First and 10, Horns. Ball at the 17. Quick out to Jamie. He's hit it as he catches the football. He's down at the 10.
You know, we might have got a break there because if that boy had been looking for the ball, he had a possible interception.
And he could have turned it back the other way.
I don't think he would have ran all the way with Jackson behind him to catch him, but he could have at least had a turnover possibly.
Gain of 7. A gain of 6 to the 11. Second and 5 for the Horns. They're trying to turn them out here. They lead 28-0. Jackson and Wright in the backfield. Sarton will give it to Bradley Wright. He's got some room. Ooh, boy, he got hit hard. 79, Soto.
Boy, he introduced himself there.
Check it, that was 33. Numbers are all. The shirts get dirty. That was 33, David Furman. Wow. Gain of 2.
He's up to 96 yards. He's knocking on that 100-yard door.
Ball is at the 9. We need the 7. 3rd down and 2. Starting in 4-down territory. Wright and Jackson. Steven to throw. Oh, there's Dick. He's got. That's a great block. He runs into his own man.
Boy, that was way.
And then a flag gets dropped right there. They may call Mark for maybe a push in the back, but the flag was late. I don't know. That's the hardest hit Derek Jackson's taken all year. And he was hit by his own man. If it's good for 7 yards.
And a first down.
And a first down. But if not, they're going to walk it off.
They're coming back. Clip?
Clip.
Oh. Kind of questionable, was it? No?
I don't know. It's a 15-yard mark-off against the Horns, which in essence just gives them more room to work their offense.
Still 2 plays to get those 12 yards. It was a spot foul, so, you know, we did lose a lot, but it's still makeable by a long shot.
3rd down, 12. Ball is at the 18.
Don't be surprised if he'd go to that again.
Jamie Jackson to the left, Joseph Moore to the right. Kevin Moore at the tight end left.
Maybe a post pattern to Jackson.
Bradley Wright and Derek Jackson in the backfield. Rolling is starting. Here's Mark. Wide open. Touchdown. He's holding that ball with 2 hands. That's 2 for the hand. Huh. He's cradled him like cement tonight. They just get to him and they stick. 2 touchdowns. 1 for 19. Now this one for 18.
There's only 2 thrown to him. Well, except for the one in the middle.
It's now 34-0, and we're looking ahead to Refugio or Karn City unless we see just a miraculous comeback.
35 points without a passing game.
Well, look at the Oilers.
Well, I don't think we're looking at the same team here.
Shepard's kick is no good. He missed it to the right. So with 2:31 left to go in the 3rd quarter, Schulenburg 34, Salado Eagles nothing. Shorthorns lead it 34-0 with 2:31 left, Jeff.
We got some sponsors we need to talk about. Pat and Shine Chris, Dr. Michael Moore, Dennis, Kathy, and Katie Claver. Prime Ministries, Kenneth and Mary Jane Berger. Victoria Bank and Trust, Edward and Thelma Glass. Main Productions, Elaine, Otto, Aaron, and Christy Cutzion.
Aaron Neon Cutzion. You're giving me trouble on my nicknames tonight.
Oh, I've never heard some of these.
There's a long kickoff by Barry Shepard. Taking it to 5 by Hosh 10. 15, 20. Cuts outside. He's got some room. 35. Still on his feet.
Good run back.
Nice return by Jason Hosh. Boza with a tackle. 1st down and 10 for the Salado Eagles. Ball is at the 43.
We're going to see some changes, I believe, Kevin, in the lineup.
It won't be long. Second man through, not much there. Eric Aiding on the tackle. Ginnert, Shepard, they're all there.
A stellar job by that defensive line. He's got 15 carries for 40 yards, less than 3 yards an attempt.
Derek Jackson in. Adams is out. 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 for the Salado Eagles. Little misdirection. Shepard.
No gain.
Not much there.
We'll give him one.
Sam Brown is there. My check. Along with Ricky Hernandez.
Number 33 finally got off that one. He got 2 yards finally now. 7 carries for 2 yards. He had 1 yard for the past 4 carries.
3rd down and 7. Minute 20 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
The defensive line is just keying on in the middle there, and nobody's getting any yards in the middle.
It's hard to do that against the black attack defense. They're so tough. 3rd and long for Salado, I formation. Johnson to pass. Man is wide open, caught. The 40 and then knocked out of bounds by Joseph Moore at the 36.
A good hit by Joseph Moore.
Not before they pick up 19 and a 1st down.
First completion of the game.
That pass was complete to Tony Mashburn. First and 10, Salado. Clock is stopped at 58 seconds left. Pitch it outside. They can't. Oh, they do it. Haas slips a tackle, and it's finally driven out of bounds by Joseph Moore. I think Sam Brown just leveled the quarterback after that pitch.
Number 15 is taking his lumps tonight, I guarantee you that.
And their passing patterns, they haven't really set up because they haven't been able to. Just a real short drop and throw. They're going just quick hitters when they do throw. Gain of 7 at 2nd and 3. 51 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
Kevin, we really lucked out with this weather. Boy, just at game time and laid off, and it's been a beautiful night for football.
Yeah, wind blows. It's real nice. Haas, close to the 1st down.
They are working this boy to death.
He has been running the football a lot tonight.
17 carries already. He's getting a breather.
Clock is stopped so they can measure.
Should be a... He's calling 3rd down?
3rd down. They won't even measure.
The 1st down already, so a 4-yard carry. I'd give it a 2-yard carry.
Clock is running at 35 seconds left. For the Salado Eagles here in the 3rd quarter. Quarterback sneak. Johnson has it. Quick quarterback sneak. 1st down, gain of 3. Clock will roll with inside of 20 seconds left in the 3rd. You know, down 34 points with just 12 minutes of football left. You think, you know, Schulenburg's well in control, which they have been. It's Salado, you know, hey, let's get it close. Let's get it respectable. Let's see what we can do to put some points on the board. They're not going to do it in the 3rd quarter. Final 12 minutes coming up. Shorthorns, 34. Salado Eagles, nothing.
This is James and Dolly Hatfield, Dennis, Agnes, and Dennis Urich, Stanley and Carolyn Segura, Wayne and Susan Segura Guzman, Larry, Marianne, and Beth Aiding, Joe, Janie, Joe Jr. and James Schromick, Bubba and Karen Dagan, Connolly and Nancy Brown, Brendan and Amber, Joe, Sharon, and Bradley Chernyshek, John, Sharon, and Brian Anders support the Shorthorns. Fayette Savings, First Bank, the Flower Box, your Christmas store.
Salado has it 1st down and 10. 4th quarter's here. Schulenburg 34-0 over Salado. Johnson to throw it out on Derek Jackson. Leap forward, incomplete. Nice coverage.
Good play by the offensive player to not let Jackson intercept that ball. That speed is dangerous out there. When he looks like he was beaten, he turned it on and was right with him. Excellent coverage.
2nd down and 10.
You know, the good thing about that, Kevin, he's played 2 years on the JV now. He's got a lot of experience where he might not have been playing on the varsity. He comes in and doesn't miss a beat really right here.
No, he hasn't. I look. Posh to the 20.
Give him 3 on that.
Ginnert there. Eric Aiding as well. Third down and 7 for the Salado Eagles. Ball just the nose of football across the 20. High.
Oh, yeah.
It's sacked.
Paco.
Valenzuela. First sack by the Black Attack. Boy, Paco got through there so quick, I think he read their playbook.
Well, what do you do? It's still 4-down territory to me when you're down 34-0. You can't really punt from here. What are you going to gain out of it? Maybe the sideline, try for a sideline
I don't know.
kick?
They're going to try a 42-yard field goal.
Ooh. More power to him.
Cody Hall, 42 yards out. Oh, he's got the leg, but it's off to the right. Well, he had the leg, but it's off to the right.
Pretty good leg on that young man.
10:34 left. Salado still with a goose egg. Schulenburg leads it 34-0 as the offense goes back on the prowl.
A few more of our sponsors: Jerry's Phillips 66, Mr. and Mrs. Jerry Mychek, Pat Sweet Shop, Schulenburg Tires, Tom and Carla Romine and family, and Gene and Dorothy Holoff.
First and 10 Horns. Reynolds is in the backfield now. Reynolds gets the football. He just kind of slipped. You know, the freshman, he's got...
You can tell he's got jitters and he's just anxious. Boy.
He was a little late after the snap, and then, yeah, he is so anxious.
It's still got 2 to 3 yards.
It's fun to watch this young man run. Can you imagine the speed the Horns are going to have coming up in the next few years?
It's going to be beautiful.
As Joseph Moore brings in the play. So Thomas Reynolds is now in the ball game.
I like that idea. The last thing we need is an injury here. We're going to be getting some starters back next week, which should make us pretty much a full team. No need to risk a silly injury.
Todd Anders as well. The delay to Reynolds. And this is going to be fun to watch him run at 35. Oh, what a nice move by the freshman.
Freshman at that.
Reynolds carries it to the 40. It's a gain of 12. He's got 15 yards on 2 carries and a first down. And what's good, Jeff, is that these upperclassmen, after the run, patting them on the head, on the shoulder pad, saying, hey, guy, you belong here.
Hey, we've given you a hard time all year. You're a freshman. You got to take all the flack that a freshman does. But you're still a Shorthorn. You're part of this team.
And you belong right here. And that's great. First down and 10.
It gets these guys excited to come back.
At the 40-yard line, Schulenburg with the football and a 34-0 lead. This is Todd Anders. Anders, oh, he has stood up and dropped down very quickly.
Number 11, a nice hit.
Yeah, Jesse
I
Finger.
was expecting a good game out of him. He's one of their better defensive players, and we haven't called his name a lot tonight, but still, I mean, we've just had an excellent performance by our offense. You can't take anything away from their defense. They're doing everything they can, but we're clicking on all cylinders right now.
492-733.
Second down and 10 for the Horns. Reynolds and Anders in the backfield for Schulenburg. Todd Anders, oh, he is met hard.
Number 79, the
That's
big man.
Soto.
Ooh.
Jerry Soto.
Jerry Soto makes the tackle.
Third down and 11.
These cheerleaders get you in it, don't they?
Oh, yeah. They're doing the hay. Third down, 11. Starting to roll. Has time. Caught by Jamie Jackson with a first down across midfield to the 47. A gain of 14.
I just took starting over 204 yards.
An outstanding night for the senior. He's got over 2,000 yards passing this year. And over 200 in this ball game.
Almost a 200 average per game, which is, you don't hear that a lot in colleges, Kevin. There's not a lot of college quarterbacks that can put up stats like that.
First down and 10. Horns rolling at 7:55 left in the ball game. Lead 34-0. Reynolds and Anders in the backfield. Todd Anders gets wrapped up and dropped for a loss.
Well, you know that Salado's thinking, hey, Schulenburg, they're going to run the ball. They're going to run this clock out and get this game over with. We're going to key on that running game and stop that.
And when we have had to pass, we get back and get enough for the first down, luckily, to keep some of these drives alive. Doesn't look too good for their stats to see these minuses coming up near the end of the game here.
I don't think they care about stats. I don't think
The
anyone...
scoreboard stat will be the only one they're going to be looking at.
I don't think any Schulenburg Shorthorn looks at the stat except that 11-0 and now 12-0. And, you know, that's what their stats are. Second down and 12. Tight ender slipped. There's a late hit.
No call, though.
Soto counted him.
You got to let it play. Let it go with it. I'm sure
He may have slipped.
Yeah. It wasn't a vicious hit.
Third down and 14 for the Horns. Coach David Hoosman, what else can you say? But high school football, one of the best.
At its best.
Man.
His game plan sparkled again.
And that defense, coached by Brad Oden, as defense coordinator, what a job. Third down, 14. Starting to pass. Hit Joe Moore in the hands. He dropped it. Fourth down. First punt of the night coming up for Schulenburg. And Schromick will go out to punt. Schromick, of course, had some, I think, in the ribs last week.
He had some separated, some cartilage. Kevin, they've got 88 total yards so far.
Salado.
Man.
6.5 left in the ball game. Schromick will be called upon to punt. Good snap.
No rush.
No rush. Nice punt. Ball is fumbled. And Schulenburg may have the football.
They do.
They do.
Valenzuela. Brian Valenzuela.
It's either Valenzuela or 68, Donovan Kujay. May have been Kujay.
It's hard to tell. 6'3", 6'8".
It's Kujay.
Okay. I saw the 6. It looked like the 3 to me. When it rains, it pours, Kevin.
Yeah. Horns have it again with 6:21 left. It's either Corn City or Refugio this coming Friday night. This ought to be fun. Derek Jackson, Thomas Runnels, side by side again. This time at the varsity level.
And we've got Roman at tight end.
And Jamie Jackson at quarterback.
I like this.
And Roman moved a little quick.
Hey, they're all getting into positions they're not used to playing and getting a little, possibly some preparations for next year.